Creator talk. Y'all ready? Bet, let's get it. Man, we in here, nation, what it is. First episode of Creator Talk with Rick the Creator. We in here. We always got something going on. Y'all know that I say that in a lot of my videos. I'm always cooking up something. I'm always trying to come up with dope concepts and stuff that's different and switch up the vibe with the stuff that I be posting. So 2024, that's what we doing, man. It's gonna always be something different. We're gonna have different setups and we're gonna go crazy all year round. So first thing first, man, we got these pieces behind me, if you don't know. Got these new pieces. I just dropped some new heat and I had to get on here while I got all these pieces in here and do the real talk that need to be talked about, man. We got to do some talk about fashion. We got to do some talk about printing. If you got your own print shop and print brand or your own heat press at the crib. You know what I mean? It's just a lot of stuff to talk about when it comes to this fashion. I get a lot of questions that I don't get to answer. So now I figured this segment is just going to be me answering questions about fashion, printing your own brand, outsourcing prints, like anything to do with printing, anything to do with fashion and just the culture of it all. That's what this segment going to more so be around. And then creator talk, period. So just creating and innovating and all that. But for the main thing, we're going to focus on these pieces that we got. And the first question I really wanted to chop it up with y'all about that I get asked the most is about using vinyl for my brands and how do I go about it, and can you really have a successful brand with just using vinyl for your prints and stuff like that. So me personally, I don't just use vinyl, but you know, I more so use vinyl often because that's what I do. So I felt like, you know what, let me tap in on a couple of these questions I get asked a lot and let these people know what's the real behind all this stuff. Fashion, starting your own clothing brand, starting your own print shop, and just jumping out here out the gate and, you know, starting from home or whatever you want to call it, just from the bottom, from the garage, from the storage unit or whatever. All my beginners and my newbies who trying to get started, I'm here to give y'all the game and talk to y'all about my experience from a personal level of what I've experienced. And if y'all can gain something from it and take something from it, then we lit. That's the whole goal, man. Get some type of value out of each other and help each other and network. So we here, Creator Talk with Rick the Creator. Let's talk about this fashion and let's talk about these questions I've been getting asked. And let me show y'all some of these dope ass pieces I done cooked up recently, because I gotta let y'all see the newest release. So basically this is my newest release for the nation, Creator Nation. If you tapped in, you on Instagram, Facebook and all that, you already done seen some of these pieces. But if you haven't, you're gonna get to see them today. And I'm gonna explain to you some of the pieces, like what material I used and why I used it, and then how I go about, you know, printing all my stuff and getting the actual vision that started here to come to a physical form, you know what I mean, and manifest it, bring it to fruition. So yeah, like I said, one of the main questions I do be getting, bro, is can you run a print brand with just vinyl, and would I recommend starting a brand out using vinyl versus screen print, sublimation, DTG, DTF, emboss. There's so many different print styles, but you know, for starters, most people don't have a lot of money, so all of these different print styles is not realistically where I would say you want to kind of go with it, but you know, to each his own. But me personally, I went the vinyl route, and then when people ask me that, I always let them know, yeah, bro, you can do a lot with vinyl. Vinyl has so much range, so don't let nobody shun you on feeling like because you're using vinyl for your brand or whatever that is not as, I guess, top tier or top quality or whatever you want to call it, because I be bursting motherfuckers bubble all the time. Like, they'll see my clothes and the stuff that I be wearing, they be like, you made that? You printed that? I'd be like, yeah, I made it. What you think? Like, of course I printed it. You know, to a stranger, I don't talk like that. But the people that know me, it'd be like, come on, bro. You know I make my own stuff, so why even ask? So this is vinyl that I'm wearing on this varsity jacket right here. This is suede flock vinyl, double layered up or whatever, double cheeked up. And this double layered up as well. But yeah, this the suede vinyl print, flock vinyl, and it's pretty dope. And the back of it, let me spin around right quick and give y'all a little back view, man, of this varsity jacket, so we can talk this vinyl talk, since everybody be want to talk about, you know, DTF and DTG and everything else. Like, my biggest concern and thing with all of this stuff is everybody be such in competition with each other. They be trying to tell each other or tear each other down on different types of garments and different types of prints and different types of style of printing. Like, you'll have motherfuckers on the comments on Instagram in the print world or whatever, and they'll be damn DTG motherfuckers bashing vinyl. You got vinyl people bashing, you know, screen print. You got screen print bashing the vinyl people. You got DTG bashing the DTL. You got screen print, bashing it. Like, it's just like a bunch of bickering and back and forth about a bunch of shit that don't matter, when you can realize that all of it is of you. So my thing is, I'm gonna use everything that I can, but whatever I gotta use at the time being, I'm gonna use that the most, or whatever make more sense for me. And I'm considering, you know, like, gonna make me the most money, make more sense, less work, less labor, and then less cost, of course. So whatever I got to use at the time being, and whatever I got as resources to use, I'm gonna use that to my advantage and make the best of it until I can get to a DTG space or embroidery space or sublimation space or whatever it is that you're trying to do. Giant prints. I may have a small heat press in the beginning, and you know, it might not be ideal of what I'm trying to do. I might want to do big prints and stuff, but you got to start somewhere to get where you're going. And I would say, me personally, the vinyl route is the best way to start out, honestly, as far as having creative control, being able to print your stuff on your own, heat press it, vinyl, cut all your vinyl out, and then there's just so much range and there's so much to it. You get you a heat press, a vinyl cutter, and like a decent Epson regular printer that you can just pour over your ink in and refill, like the Epson WF16600 that I got, or the Epson ET15000. Like, you get one of those and then you can go, it's crazy. And I'm gonna show y'all what I mean by going crazy, because once y'all see these pieces, y'all will understand why I say the range of vinyl is so serious. And don't let nobody shun you on getting you a heat press and the vinyl cutting, starting out the crib to build your brand up, to get you to that catalog that you really want, which is the DTG and the embroidery, and just whether it's ordering from Alibaba, DHgate in bulk, whatever it is you're trying to do, you gotta start somewhere. So my advice and how I feel about it, I started with vinyl. I don't feel like it steered me wrong and led me down the wrong path using the vinyl. I done learned a lot. It's so much range. And if you've been following me, you know, you see the work that I do and the pieces that I do. So y'all gonna already understand where I'm going with it and why I don't, you know, get caught up in the whole DTG versus DTF, DTG versus embroidery, like all the damn arguing and back and forth about stuff that don't matter, when eventually the whole goal is to just use it all. So with me, based upon my design, that's what's gonna tell me how I'm gonna print it. So depending on the design I'm designing at the time and what it's looking like and what I feel like I may have to use to print it, that's gonna tell me if I gotta use vinyl, DTF, DTG, if I need to go an embroidery route, screen print route, or whatever. So me personally, I just design a lot of my stuff based around what I can do in-house versus having to outsource or go to other people. And then for the prints and stuff that I do have to outsource, like screen printed transfers, DTF transfers, DTG transfers, and all of that, I just, you know, I outsource it. So if I design something for that, I make it make sense to where I can get it outsourced, pay a decent price and not have to spend too much, get the transfers in bulk, and then I can use them as well, being that I don't have a DTG printer myself or a DTF printer myself for certain, you know, different type of printers and all the different styles and embroidery machines. So you got to start somewhere, man. There's plenty of ways to go about it. You just got to do your research, learn the knowledge, find videos of people like me that's in the field. There's plenty of us out here that's giving game from our own perspective and point of view. And that's what it is about when it comes to vinyl and just starting out with a brand. Like, that's how I feel about it. Like, you can't go wrong with starting out with vinyl. And you just got to start somewhere and try. So, you know, I ain't saying that's the only way to go. If you want to start with screen print, get you a screen print set up and try that. If you want to start with your DTF printer, go ahead and go out there if you got the good credit to do it, man. DTG, get these machines. You got 10, 20,000 to grab you a big boy machine. Turn up. Go crazy. I'm all for that. But for the people who I know watching my content who got a couple $100 to get started, or maybe $1,000 at most to get started, vinyl is the way to go. Heat press, vinyl cutter, regular Epson type printer where you can print out digital prints as far as like what you call the paper, dark transfer paper and light transfer paper and stuff like that. And then also you can get the sublimation ink and printers and do sublimation yourself, or you can convert your printer into a eco-solvent printer and do that, which is what I did when y'all see me print some of my stuff, which are like the printable puff and stuff like that. But all in all, man, I just wanted to get on here and chop it up about, you know, people trying to start out on their journey, and then going back and forth with people about the different types of prints and what's better and what's, you know, what's the best and why you shouldn't use this and that, when none of that shit matter. You should just use it all and, you know, make sure you got the resources to do what's best for you and your brand and help your brand grow. So I just wanted to get on here and chop it up with that and then show y'all some of these new pieces tap y'all in with the new release, give y'all some discount codes and stuff so y'all can go in there and shop. Let people know to tap in with me, man. Ask any of the questions you got, anything you need to know. It's so much knowledge in this big ass head of mine. Like, I can't wait to share it with y'all and let y'all know whatever it is that I can to help and provide some value. So, you know what I mean? Send your questions, comment your questions. If y'all need people, if you need printing services and all that type of stuff, bro, hit me up. That's what I do. I'm big on consulting and helping people, especially for the new people that's trying to start out. Like, I really want to help a lot of people that's just getting on this journey and just starting out, like, for real. So I'm gonna show y'all some of these pieces. I'm gonna explain the vinyl that's used on some of them and let y'all know how they go. And then I'm just gonna show y'all how in-house printing can go. Like, bro, you can do just as much as these big brands and you can make your brand look just as dope as long as your brand has a meaning and as long as you got a purpose for what you're doing. You truly believe in it. You're not copying nobody. You're not doing it just because you feel like they can do it, so I can do it type shit. Like, you really own some, like, bro, this is what I want to do. This is my life. Like, this is, I live, eat, sleep, breathe it, so it's going to come at ease. Like, I got a real meaning behind my brand. It's not just I'm printing a shirt and selling it. Like, everything up here, I can explain every single piece on how they came about, why did I make it, what's the meaning of it, if it got a saying on it, what the saying mean. I can tell you what my mindset was on why I made it and what I was thinking about when I did it. I can tell you what music I would listen to, where the inspiration came from, what movies I was watching, and all that. So it's more to it than just trying to make some money off of it. If you're doing it solely for the money, you may make it. I'm not gonna say you're not gonna make it, but it's not gonna be like a person who's doing it because this is what they love. It's a story behind it. It's a part of their life. It's a way of life, and you know what I mean. It's just like, it's everything that they just do on a regular. It ain't like work. I wake up and do this even if nobody watching, even if the camera's off, the camera's on, no help, with help, teamwork, no team. Like, I'm gonna do this regardless until I'm gone. And not just making the clothes, but just everything that y'all see me doing. Like, just living this life and enjoying it at the most for the most part, man. And just doing what I love and creating. That's why it's called Cre8tr Nation. We all put here to create, and that's what I'm doing at my best ability. So let me show y'all some of these pieces, man, and explain some of these pieces, and then, you know, let y'all know how you can go about doing these type of prints as well, and, you know, just really shedding light on all this stuff for my newbies and my people that's just starting out so that y'all can see it's possible. It ain't gonna cost as much as you think, and you just gotta get started. But all in all, man, it's been a dope experience. I'm loving all my new setups. I'm loving all the content I've been creating. I'm loving this Falcons crop hoodie right here we got. So I had to design this. This is vinyl right here. This is vinyl. This is vinyl. For the people that want to know right now, this is vinyl, bro. Yes, vinyl, suede flock vinyl, double layered up. It's a font that I had in my arsenal from Photoshop from years ago. I got like 10, 20,000 fonts in a big font pack. So this is my inspired Jamal Anderson. If you know about the Falcons and the OG Falcons from the 90s, you know who Jamal Anderson is, bro. Jamal Anderson, it was one of them ones, you know what I mean, number 32. So I wanted a Jamal Anderson throwback jersey, but couldn't get a hold of one in time for my birthday. So I was like, you know what, bro, I'm a creator. Let me make my own shit. I'm gonna make a crop hoodie that's gonna be doper than the jersey that I wanted, even though I'm still gonna get the jersey. So I went crazy on the sleeves with the Falcons OG. This is not the 90s logo though. I wanna say this is like the 60s logo or something, but I like this logo better than the other one, so this is the one I wanted to use. We got my infinity symbol with the double red and white layered suede flock vinyl. Then we got the Anderson and suede flock going across the back, the double layered numbers. Same thing on the other sleeve. We got the suede flock printed tag with the limited quantity John, man. And it's super distressed to the max, as y'all can see. So I went crazy on distressing on the bottom of this, the front of this, side, arm, sleeve, the neck, the collar, the back piece. Like, I went crazy on it all the way around with the distress. Just overboard, because like I said, I really be making my stuff for me, and if people decide that they like it, then, you know, they like it, they like it. I sell it if they do like it, depending on the response I get when I post certain stuff. But overall, like, I really just be making stuff for me sometimes, and then, you know, I'll add it to some of my releases. So this was one of those pieces for me. Definitely vinyl. This is jet opaque dark transfer paper right here for the patch. This is dark transfer for the NFL, CFL custom logo. And yeah, everything on here is technically vinyl. So all in all, this one of them pieces right there that you can see, like, if I can do this from my home with a heat press and a vinyl cutter, it's really no excuses. And y'all see they can't shit on us with the vinyl, man. Our vinyl people, our vinyl brothers and sisters that use vinyl a lot. So that piece is one of my favorite pieces right now, and I had to show y'all that one first before we even jump into the whole little run through, because I'm gonna run through all these, and I ain't gonna explain every single one, but I just want y'all to see the different type of vinyls I use on the different pieces. So that first one, that's one of my favorite pieces right now, the Atlanta Falcons. I'm about to make another one just like it. I'm gonna do one with Michael Vick on it, because that's another pivotal point in my life. 2004, Madden 04 with my boy Vick. If you know about that Madden, you know about that era, hey man, you know what's up. You know that was one of the best Maddens to ever hit. To me, it is the best one. So